day. We are watching.
The jungle that watched him. Deep inside a forgotten jungle lived a poor man with his family. He was not rich. He had no gold, no big house, and no powerful name. But he had something many rich people lost long ago: peace. His small wooden hut stood beside a quiet river that moved slowly under the moonlight. His wife cooked simple food over firewood. His children played barefoot on soft jungle soil, laughing at things only children understand. Sometimes the man collected wild fruits from tall trees. Sometimes he helped travelers who lost their way inside the jungle. Strangely, wild animals were never afraid of him. Deer walked near his hut without fear. Even birds sat quietly on the roof at sunset. The villagers who lived far away believed this jungle was cursed after dark. They said shadows moved between trees when there was no wind. They said someone, or something, walked silently at night. But the poor man only smiled when he heard these stories. "I have no enemies here," he would say. "The jungle feeds my children and protects my sleep." Every evening, he sat outside his hut and watched the river water shine under fading sunlight. Life was simple, life was peaceful, and he was happy. One night, his younger daughter asked him, "Father, why do people fear this jungle?" The man thought for a moment. Then he said softly, "People fear what they do not understand." That night, something strange happened. The wind suddenly stopped. Not slowly, not gently. It stopped like someone had closed the sky's breathing. Not even a leaf moved. The jungle felt alive, but silent. Around midnight, the man woke up suddenly. He heard footsteps outside his hut. Slow footsteps, heavy footsteps, like something very large was walking, but trying not to breathe. The man slowly opened the wooden door. The night was dark. Only pale moonlight touched the jungle ground. There was nothing outside, no animal, no man, nothing. But then he saw something that made his heart freeze. Footprints, very large footprints. They were not human. They were facing toward his hut, as if something had been standing there, watching his family sleep. The next morning, something strange happened again. Fresh fruits were placed outside his door. Beautiful fruits, red, yellow, golden. Fruits he had never seen growing in this part of the jungle. The man did not eat them. He gave them to his children after checking carefully. That night, he sat outside and spoke quietly into the darkness. "If you are watching me, show yourself." Only the river answered him. After that night, strange things started happening. Sometimes he heard his name whispered in the wind, very softly, like someone was calling him from deep inside the jungle. Not angry, not threatening, just waiting. The man never told his wife. He did not want fear to live inside his house. Slowly, something else changed. Wild animals started behaving strangely. Once, a large black wolf came near the river and sat silently while watching him. It did not attack. It did not move. It only watched, as if it was guarding something. One night, his daughter became very sick with fever. The man sat outside the hut and prayed quietly. "If this jungle wants something from me, take it. but please leave my children safe." At that moment, the wind moved again. The trees made a deep whispering sound, like a giant breathing slowly inside the darkness. Footsteps came again, slow, heavy, closer than before. This time, the man did not open the door. He sat inside his hut silently, waiting, listening. Near midnight, something spoke outside. The voice was not human. It was deep, like earth, wind, and old trees speaking together. "You are the only human who does not fear us." The man answered calmly, "I have nothing to fear here." Silence fell for a long time. Then the voice asked, "Then why do you live in the jungle that belongs to us?" The man stayed quiet. After a long pause, he said, "Because this jungle gave me peace when the world did not." The wind stopped. The river became still. Even the insects stopped making sound. The next morning, the man found something near his door. Not fruits, not footprints, but a small golden necklace made from unknown metal. Inside it were carved 3 words: "Stay, we are watching." From that night, the man and his family lived peacefully inside the jungle. Because sometimes the jungle does not fear humans. It chooses who is allowed to live inside its silence.